A French Polynesia vacation is meant to be indulgent. The type of trip where you don't need to worry about lifting a finger. Voyage into the heart of French Polynesia, where wispy atolls and lush volcanic isles string across sapphire and turquoise-colored seas, harboring a vibrant and ancient culture. Delve into the traditions of the ancient Polynesians in the Society Islands, from the archaeological sites of Huahine to the temples of Moorea. Experience the natural majesty of Bora Bora, exploring the island's famous basalt peak, or simply relaxing on a private beach. Then head to the atolls of the Tuamotus, where opportunities to snorkel and scuba dive abound. Let's begin the journey in this video. Bora Bora, the finest for a luxurious getaway. Bora Bora is the first spot that springs to mind when most people think of French Polynesia. Bora Bora, the most romantic of the islands, is renowned for its opulent resorts with overwater bungalows, making it one of the top honeymoon destinations in French Polynesia. Make sure you stay at one of the resorts built on a motu encircling the main island for a truly luxurious vacation in Bora Bora. Thus, you will have the postcard perfect views of Bora Bora, including Mount Otomanu and the Turquoise Lagoon. If you really want to indulge, the Four Seasons Resort Bora Bora also has overwater bungalows with pools and decks, allowing you to both swim and jump from your balcony. Bora Bora is more than simply a romantic fantasy. It is a romantic reality. It is not surprising that the island is a globally renowned honeymoon destination. Our newlyweds who choose a Bora Bora honeymoon frequently feel as if they have escaped to a secluded oasis, designed only for their particular moment of wedded bliss. And anyone in the thick of wedding planning may appreciate how appealing it sounds. Bora Bora, the most renowned island in the South Pacific, is the leading lady of French Polynesia. Her beauty and popularity are unparalleled. Bora Bora is one of the few places on Earth that everyone wishes to visit in their lifetime. And once they do, they're enchanted forever. Huahine, the best island to visit by car. If you want to rent a car and drive around an island, Huahine is a good choice. Even though it's one of the bigger Society Islands, you can still see most of it in a day by car. There is a lot to see and do, including archaeological sites, sandy beaches, places to snorkel, scenic lookouts, vanilla farms, and more. Huahine is a vast tropical jungle with coconut farms, vanilla orchids, banana groves, breadfruit trees, and watermelon fields. It is the island counterpart of the Garden of Eden. In addition to its verdant surroundings and vibrant flowers, Huahine is a traditionally conserved refuge, with sacred structures concealed under impenetrable foliage. Without a doubt, this island will captivate you. Make sure to swim at Avia Bay and stop at the Panorama de Tefere to see the view. The sacred blue-eyed eels will be the most interesting stop on your Huahine road trip. They're about 1.8 meters or 6 feet long and can be found in a small river near the village of Faye. They've been fed by locals for years. Because of this, they are used to people, and you can feed them if you want to. This natural bounty merges harmoniously with an abundance of ancient history and mythological intrigue. Huahine, the former home of Tahitian royalty, is regarded as the cradle of Polynesian civilization. The island is home to the greatest number of ancient Moorea temples in French Polynesia, some of which are thought to date back to the time of the Tahitian predecessors, the Lapita people, circa 700 AD. Moorea, the ideal location for swimming with whales. Moorea's opportunity to swim with humpback whales is by far the most extraordinary opportunity that French Polynesia has to offer tourists. From July through November, humpback whales are frequently observed in the waters surrounding this island, occasionally even entering the lagoon. There are numerous local businesses in Moorea that give the opportunity to swim with them in the morning or afternoon. There are many restrictions in place about the distance between boats and swimmers, and advisors accompany each party to maintain order. It is a fantastic experience to witness these enormous beasts emerge from the ocean in front of you. Additionally, if you're extremely fortunate, you may hear them sing. Moorea, which is only 10 nautical miles from Tahiti, is easily accessible from Papeete by ferry or plane. This proximity, combined with the island's hospitable and friendly disposition, makes Moorea a popular vacation spot for couples, families, and locals. Despite its popularity and the existence of a few internationally renowned resorts, Moorea has managed to retain its small island atmosphere. Moorea is one of French Polynesia's most visually stunning islands, and is said to have inspired the mythical Bali from James Missioner's Tales of the South Pacific. Despite her flawless attractiveness, she is not inaccessible. Moorea has a laid-back atmosphere and a welcoming mentality, much like the Tahitians who are fortunate enough to call this island home. The Marquesas. The islands with the best culture and history. The Marquesas are the group of islands 4 hours flight north of Tahiti. They are some of the most remote islands in the world, but you can still get there. The islands are called the Land of Men by the people who live there, and they're known for their traditional Polynesian tattoos and art. Here's where you can find a French Polynesian souvenir that is really from there. In the main villages, there are artisan markets where you can buy things like seed necklaces, carved bone earrings, and huge wooden manta rays with traditional Polynesian designs carved on them. Even if you only went to see the Marquesas for the scenery, it would be worth it. There are no lagoons like there are on the Society and Tuamotus Islands. Instead, the tall cliffs drop straight into the water, giving these islands a feeling of being in a wild, lost world. Expect a lot of viewpoints, beaches with both black and white sand, and thick, lush plants. There are two main islands, Nukuhiva and Hiva-Oa. The scenery on Nukuhiva is more dramatic, but Hiva-Oa has the most tikis in all of French Polynesia. The most famous and biggest tiki is called Tikitakai, and it can be found on the northeast coast near Puamo. But you should definitely look for the smiling tiki or tiki suriant, which is probably the most unique tiki in the islands. Rangiroa. Rangiroa is the largest atoll in the French Polynesian Islands and the second largest in the world. It looks like someone threw a donut in the ocean as you approach it from Papeete in Tahiti, which is an hour's flight away on Air Tahiti. Most of the hotels are near the small, thatched-roofed airport where you land. Mai Tai Rangiroa and Hotel Kia Ora Resort and Spa are two of the most popular places to stay because they have oceanfront villas and at Hotel Kia Ora Resort and Spa, even overwater bungalows. Scuba divers shouldn't forget to fill up their tanks to dive to Puta Pass with Rangiroa Diving Center. Snorkelers can swim with the dolphins that live on the ocean side of the atoll and pass by often. Take a trip with Terevatana Huahine, which is run by a family. After an hour-long boat ride through the lagoon's interior, you'll reach Blue Lagoon, a calm and safe oasis where baby sharks play, and you can eat seafood on the beach before snorkeling with larger reef sharks and lemon sharks, if you dare. Want to take home a pearl? Take a tour of Rangiroa's famous Guagin's Pearl Farm, and then buy some black beauties for less at Pearly, a small shack across from Mai Tai Rangiroa. Rangiroa could be the largest natural aquarium in the world. This well-known spot should be at the top of every eager diver's list. It's easy to get to, but still feels private, and it has a big, full lagoon. The Tuamotus. The greatest scuba diving islands. The Tuamotus are a group of islands that are renowned for being an amazing scuba diving location. There are 3 primary islands to visit for scuba diving: Tikitakai, Bakarava, and Rangiroa, and each offer something unique. The dolphins are Rangiroa's main attraction. At the Puta Pass, a pod of approximately 30 dolphins swim and play throughout the entire year. 4 of these 30 dolphins are extremely gregarious and may approach diving divers in the hopes of receiving a belly rub. Even if you do not encounter one of these dolphins during your dive, it is possible that you will still see and hear the pod. Fakarava is renowned for its shark population. Here there are two major passes, Tuamotus in the south and Garoe in the north. Both are fantastic dive locations, but the South Pass is the finest place to observe sharks. There are between 250 and 700 grey sharks in this region, and no, they are not baited. Divers should be advised that the currents at the shark wall can be fairly strong and challenging for beginner divers. Finally, there is Tikitakai, which Jacques Cousteau dubbed the world's most fish-rich atoll. As soon as you descend below the surface and are surrounded by schools of vibrant fish, playful puffers, barracuda, and some inquisitive white-tip reef sharks, this assertion becomes immediately apparent. Divers may also encounter hammerhead and tiger sharks through the island's one passage. With its moss green, sky-piercing peaks, and bright turquoise lagoons, French Polynesia is a place to slow down and enjoy the warm, laid-back culture of the islands. Did you know that French Polynesia is a group of more than 100 islands in the South Pacific Ocean? It is about halfway between California and Australia. It is a country outside of France that is ruled by France.